Here's a fun exercise to learn water control with watercolor. I'm going to start with taking a flat brush and making a straight line that's puddle wet. And then 5 seconds after I've laid down the water, I'm going to take a pointed round brush that has pigment in it, and I'm going to run a straight line down the center and see how the water disperses. It's important that your paint is not too diluted for this. You want it to be fairly saturated. So if you take a scrap piece of paper, the line should go on fairly dark like this. Let's try it together. The first one is only 5 seconds, so it's going to go quite quickly. We start by wetting our brush and knocking off a little bit of the water on the side, but not too much. And then I'm going to make a puddle wet line and set my timer. And as soon as I get to 5 seconds, I'm going to just run one straight line down the center. And I'm going to continue and do that same thing with each of these at different intervals. So I'll do the next one again just to show you how it works. So I'm taking my brush, I'm wetting it, and I'm just knocking off a little bit on the side because I do want it to be puddle wet. I'm running the straight line down, starting my timer. My brush is ready to go, and as soon as we hit 10 seconds, I'm going to draw one straight line down the center. And then we'll continue all the way down the line. Now we're going to do the same thing on the bottom, only instead of making the lines puddle wet, we're going to make them wet with a sheen, meaning that you can see the sheen of water on the paper, but you can't see any puddles. So this time I'll wet my brush and I'll tap off both sides of the brush just to coat the paper with water, but not too much. And again, this is going to go quite quickly. You can see here that there's a lot less control of the paint when I apply it to a wet puddle. And the wet puddle takes so long to dry that there really isn't that much differentiation between them. And the row where the paint was applied to the wet sheen has a much more predictable and uniform appearance, with the colors getting darker the longer you wait. There's a lot of unpredictability with watercolor, but doing exercises like these will help you learn how the paint might react so that you can create different effects. And that's a quick warm-up exercise that you can do.